WGI, and this is Lee Marie with The Go Show, your source for information, inspiration, and always a few dates to add to your calendar. And we're so happy to have Miss Rose Wooten here from the
Thank you for
library.
inviting me. Thank you.
Let's start with prayer. Heavenly Father, we are so grateful. You are so amazing. Thank you for today. Thank you for this week. Thank you for your angels of protection all around us. Please just take this show where you want it to go, guide us in all that we do today. We thank you for your perfect will, your perfect timing, which we never understand. But we love you and we praise you. We put our trust in you and we need you. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Ready to have some fun?
Yes.
All right. Well, let me move this stuff.
Oh, no, I was just reading some of that. I want to
Okay.
grab that and post some of that at the
Oh,
library.
there you go.
Because the library, again, is just trying to let people know of other activities out there. And,
Awesome.
I mean,
Awesome. Very cool. So, since I know I don't have you for that long, because I know you have a staff meeting or something today, so
correct,
we want to
yes.
get right into, because I know there's so many fun things coming up at the library.
well,
What do you want to start with?
Well, I will start with last time we spoke, we were talking about summer reading a lot. In trying to get those kiddos involved, what we can do for like free that's still educational, so they don't, you know.
I saw Marianne's son won the mountain bike that I wanted, but I'm glad it went to somebody I knew.
Exactly. I will say that it was a success. We had so many kids in there and they were reading so hard. And it really does make a difference when you can keep them just activated, innovative, kind of like just out there.
It was just an extra incentive to read, you know.
Mhm,
So that
yes.
was great. You did an awesome job.
Well, I will say this. I got to thank some of our food coupon sponsors like Bojangles. I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
Bojangles and McDonald's. They really stepped up. Between McDonald's and Bojangles, they pretty much covered a lot of our stuff for our little prizes for our kids. So, and our friends of our library, Holman Jewelers before has sponsored us so many times. So yes, the community has really sponsored us, but I will say now we're moving into the fall and we're trying different things that will help our students learn, whether you're homeschooling, whether you're at school. So a couple of things that we're doing right now is one, we're doing the 1,000 books before kindergarten.
Mm.
So what it is we're encouraging parents to read 1,000 books, and that sounds like a lot, but you're probably already doing it. So when you come in and you check out like 20 books at a time and you just read to them, or you show them the pictures, if you start at birth, it really makes a significant difference. But every time that you reach 100-mile marker, an award, you bring your little log sheet in. So you come to the library, you register your child, you bring the 1 through 100, and then we'll go ahead and we give you buttons and we celebrate that, achievement. And so it kind of gets them excited about listening to books at that young age.
And when did that start, or has it?
It has started,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
So we're really pushing that, and really, this is Susan Guthrie's close to her heart. And it was a great little push to get us to do this. But yes, so we'll get to see our kiddos, especially at a young age, from birth on up, to listening to the books and just making these achievements.
That's a
And it
great
gets them
idea.
ready for kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
It
Awesome.
does.
So they can go in now and register for that.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. They register at the children's desk, and then we're going to give you a log sheet, and you just write them down. They do have an online log sheet, and you can always email it to us. It's not a big deal at the customer service. So you could do it either way, because like if you like to type rather than write it down, you can. But it really, as each increment of 100, so you'll get 10 little prizes, 10 little
Nice.
awards,
Wow.
like achievements. And we're going to go ahead and just advertise and talk about how wonderful these kids are doing in our community.
Awesome. And for those of you that are maybe new to town, we're talking about Stokes Brown Public Library right there on White and 5th. And it's our county library, and it is not your Grandma's library, right?
Right, right.
It has so much more than you would ever imagine because between the little kits that you can, I mean, they can even check out fishing poles.
Yes, yes. So we've had, because the whole goal is to provide things that will get them learning about either the community or about, just life in general.
Hmm.
And, if you live in an apartment, a fishing pole is not practical,
Hmm.
so we can get you to go to Travis Price Park
Hmm.
and go ahead and start fishing. Or, there's something about just sitting there
Oh, yeah.
casting
Yeah.
and just
Oh, but just being out in nature and not
in
having an
nature.
electronic item in your hand. And that was one thing. I don't know if you were able to hear any of Sean's interview on your way in, but she was talking about how they're having to teach parenting because it's so much harder now. And I thought one of the things that makes it so much harder, and even like our relationships in general with our spouses or with our animals, too many people have got those electronic devices in their hands. They're like zombies. And so the library providing all these different kits that you can check out, I mean,
Mhm.
that is a great way for you to
Well, and another thing that we're doing is we've always done the field trips in the
Mhm.
fall and in the spring.
Mhm.
So, well, actually, today we partner with Robertson County History Museum.
Okay. Uh-huh.
They're right across from the courthouse. Miss Janet and them are going to go ahead and I'll read a story. We're going to go ahead and talk about the five senses of what do you see, smell around in our area. Because Robertson County is very unique. We
Mhm.
have those smoking barns.
Mhm.
And if you are new to the area, that is something that totally blows your mind.
Mhm.
If you were like me long time ago, 30
Oh
years
no.
ago,
Did you call 911?
I so did. I so called 911. I was like, this barn's on fire. We need to help them. Yes. So we just don't want, because she asked me, are you certain, honey? Honey, are you certain that barn's on fire? Yes, yes, yes. They went out there with a police officer instead of the fire trucks. Yes,
Yeah.
it was not. But so we are going to partner with them, and
Mhm.
what we do is it's at 10:30 today, and we go ahead and it's absolutely
Can
free.
people still go if they're listening
Yes.
right now?
If they're
Okay.
listening right now, there's not a sign up for this.
Oh, okay.
Last month, we went to Shade Tree Orchard and then we learned all about the apple cycles. And it's very important for them to know that's just an Adam Cedar Hill, not very far from us, like 6 miles from this area. So, Sarah and Tom's Head do a great job. They allowed us to do a story, a craft. We walked the fields. We learned about their apples, the apple cider, all that was going on. So these little field trips are, again, absolutely free, and
Mhm.
it's taking you out into the community. I will say this: we upped the ante.
Mhm.
We wanted our younger adults need to learn because I thought what would help them as young parents, if
Mhm.
especially since this community is very mobile, they may
Mhm.
not have their parents with them
Mhm.
who teach you so much. I mean, you have to admit that you just learn so much from your parents,
Mhm.
but they're mobile and they may not have them. So what we have been doing is we've been going ahead and doing adult field trips. The
Ah.
adult field trips are exactly that.
Mhm.
Last month in September, we went ahead to Maker Table and we learned all about like welding. What is welding? What can you weld?
Mm.
Um, so what can you weld? What can you fix? How do you weld? Can I buy a welder? Would it be feasible to buy a welder? What would it be? So
Mhm.
we went ahead and just, like in this month, October 15th,
Mhm.
we're going to outdoor countryside outdoor and sports in Greenbrier.
Hmm.
David is going to teach us small engine repair.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Wow.
how do you repair or take care of your lawnmower? How do you take care of your weed
Ah.
eater? How do you,
What a
things that
great idea.
break and you're like, dude, I don't know why this thing is not
Mhm.
starting. Is it flooded? Is it whatever? So,
Mm.
um,
So October 15th, that's a
October
Tuesday.
15th,
What time is that?
it's 6 p.m. I do it in the
Okay.
evenings
Mhm.
because adults work.
And so do they just like caravan over there? They just meet
Mhm.
over there
They could
any
just meet right over there.
Okay.
Yes, it's in Greenbrier. It's not very far, and
And they don't have to sign up for this either?
I know
Okay, they just walk in.
they walk in, and we're just going to take this group. I'll say one would think, even with the welding, it'd be a group of guys,
Mhm.
right? No, it was not all guys.
Mm-hmm.
We had actually two girls with us, and they thoroughly enjoyed the welding. And it just so happens that Ruben, my son, helped Adam and Stephanie, and so he went ahead and he would get them set up in their welding masks and talk with it. So
Wow.
you physically welded. You did
Wow.
not like stand there and watch somebody weld through a mask.
How
No,
cool.
and they talked about all they do there, all they can repair, all you can do. How farmers, we talked about how farmers stick weld all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and the difference between it, and you know, but
So I have a
yes,
question because I love field trips for one thing,
mm-hmm,
but if do you need still some more people, like if they're listening in the community and they're like, hey, I have this cool thing happening and I would like to invite people to come for a tour, can
right.
they, do you still need additional?
Yes.
Okay.
So I always encourage people to come reach out to me
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of new patrons. We have people from Ohio that are coming to my story time,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just recent. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like beginning of summer type
Right.
recent.
Mm-hmm.
They're still flowing here.
Right.
So what it is it helps them understand the community better. It
Mm.
helps them just learn more about it. So I
And they
really
make friends too.
and they make friends. So we did make our table. We're doing small engine repair. If we could get some plumbing skills,
Mm.
understanding in there, if we could
Mm-hmm.
get some electrical in there, think about all the things about maintaining a house,
Mm-hmm.
And if your parents aren't here,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
And probably a car thing would be good too, as far as like, the seasonal things that people don't
right,
realize with the, driving in the ice or the
right.
sleet and stuff like that. Maybe something in that would be good.
With preparing your car for winter.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I mean, I'll be honest, I am willing to partner with our community, like our businesses and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
just to show them all the wonderful things that they can do. Or even like if you need repairs or you need this or that,
Mm-hmm.
it helps them.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I'm
One
with
of
you.
my favorite things for winter are those frost guards that you put on your windshields. Even
Hmm.
though I got them for everybody I knew, for Christmas, not everybody likes to use them, but they are so awesome. They save me a lot of mornings because you don't have to scrape your ice off
Right.
your window. And
Yes.
some people prefer to go out and start their car and, let it run for 20 minutes while it melts, but I prefer to just whoop, whip it off and my windshield is
I
absolutely empty.
I do not prep enough time for that. So you're right. You don't prep enough time.
Uh-huh.
So honestly, I think car care prep in the winter, but
Mhm.
also in the summer. Some of our friends, our friends from Ohio, are realizing seat belts get awfully hot,
Oh, yeah.
and door handles get hot, and things get hot
Mhm.
because it's a different lifestyle.
Mhm.
So we are, like I said, that prepping
Mhm.
in the summertime
Mhm.
of making certain you have water in your cars, making certain
Mhm.
you have snacks in your cars. So, like, if you do break down, there's nothing worse than
Oh.
being really thirsty
Well,
and
and it's different here in the country because when I
Mhm.
first moved to town and I worked at the library, I was driving home one night and a tree had fallen across the road, and that was the only road, and we were all
right,
backed up for miles, and it took hours.
right.
And so you need to have your phone charged up. You need to be able to like have some water or whatever in case, because you don't know, it could be 3 hours or you're sitting there and
Yes.
you
I mean,
know.
or like you said, it's the only road,
Hmm.
or you have to go all the way around.
Hmm.
Like, that would take you like an hour to get around, or even to get to my place. If something happens on one side of the hillside,
Hmm.
it takes me about 15 minutes, goes all the way around,
Hmm.
and you have to turn around
Yeah, so
and
some of the stuff they don't think about, until you're in it. And you're like, oh, how do I do this? Because there was no way I could back up because the lines were just like, psh, and everybody that kept coming down, like, I can do it. I've got a big truck. I can move this tree. Well, like 5 guys tried and nobody could. It was too big.
oh yes, oh yes. I mean, we've had them fall on Highway 49 here, right across, and you're like, and so people are trying to, they're stopping and
Hmm.
they're having. I mean, the city has gotten out there pretty quick, but it's still like, hmm,
Hmm.
now what are we gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I know we don't have too much time. So, what other things do you want to tell them about the library?
Well, just come and check us out. We
Okay,
do.
hours.
Um, we are open 7 days a week, which is,
Nice.
a lot of people think, wow, 7 days a week.
Mhm.
Tuesdays and Thursdays are our late nights.
Yes. I love
And yes,
that.
they're open till 8 o'clock at night. So every Monday through Sunday we close at 5,
Mhm.
but we open at 9. So unless Sundays we
Mm.
open at 2:30.
At
But
2:30.
it really is a convenience to be open 7 days a week.
Right. And there's so many things that people don't realize. They don't realize that you have that fabulous computer lab with free computer classes. I mean, there's so much you can get if you're in good standing. You can get 5 pages of black and white printed free every day. I mean,
Right.
some of this stuff is so like people have no idea.
Well, I'll say this, that recently I heard just this week on Monday, they said, I live like a mile from a library. And I'm not going to call them out. But they said, I live a mile from the library, but their library doesn't have this nice sitting area. My kids, with the double doors, the way the children's area is set up, they can go ahead and we set up centers so the kids can play and interact and talk. And they love our tortoise, Dewey. And
Hmm.
so she says, it's just so comforting because I don't have to keep saying, shh,
Oh yeah.
shh. And I
Now
was like,
I have a question about Dewey.
yes.
I heard, I don't know if there's a rumor, but I heard that there might be a T-shirt coming out with Dewey on it. Is that true?
We're working on it because that
Okay.
is a very,
Uh,
that was a request. That
huh.
was a request. And they were thinking, I said, someone said, why don't you post more about him? Because he's got
He is a
a
celebrity.
personality.
Oh yeah.
He's got a personality. And the people that come in and they watch me feed them,
Hmm.
they realize that personality comes out in a heartbeat like, oh,
And
you
he's
gave
been
me that.
around for how long at the
Well,
library? Because
so
he was
he's
there when
been
I got there.
2015.
Ah.
So I mean, he's roughly like 15 years old, and so it's kind of funny. But yeah, when he's like, "Ugh, you gave me that yesterday. Oh come on, like I don't want to eat that today. So yeah,
He's
he's
awesome.
he's a mess, and then he just kind of walks around outside, and if you haven't seen our children's garden,
Oh yes, talk about
that's
that.
really been a blessing. I'll say this. Um, it has the artificial turf out there
Mhm.
and it allows the kids because it's been leveled. It took a
Mm.
lot
I
to
still
level
have
it.
to see it.
Oh, really?
I know. I
Oh,
keep forgetting.
well, the planter boxes
Hmm.
have been wonderful because we've been focusing on the whole month of September is about plant harvesting and it's talking about seed preservation. So we are trying to push people to preserve their seeds, show them how to preserve their seeds. Like we have dill out there and we have radishes, we things that Dewey will eat.
Mm.
So we had okra. We had tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. We have regular tomatoes. We had squash, which of course those died. And we do have zinnias and other like marigolds and other flowering plants,
Hmm.
blueberries, other things.
Wow.
But it allows me as even when we do homeschool to talk about,
Mm.
you know, I'm sorry, but China like has a ton of our seed, a ton of
Mm.
seeds, and we buy them in bulk. The
Hmm.
United States buy them in bulk, and then repackages them. So I kind of just think that it wouldn't hurt us to know how to
Hmm.
prep seeds.
Hmm.
So
Good
we do
point.
that.
Hmm.
But I'll say this: we go out to the garden and we talk about how do you harvest it? How do you preserve dill? How do you preserve basil? How do you?
Hmm.
It's very easy.
Now,
Very
are
easy.
those classes that you do out there, or do you just like if somebody asks you, you?
We did classes through
Mhm.
it. That like prepping. We do our homeschool group is talking a lot about it. Now this month
Oh.
we're moving to in homeschool on Thursday. We're going to be moving to more migration, hibernation. What are you seeing around our area? Because like squirrels,
Mm-hmm.
they really don't hibernate or migrate because they have ample food supply. So
Mm-hmm.
we're going to be talking about what are our squirrels doing. If you want to check out our the native animals that stay here and what can you do to help them and
Mm-hmm.
where do they make their nest and things like so we talk about that this in October.
Okay.
But no, if you want to ask about harvesting of seeds and prepping those seeds for winter,
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this: Michelle, our director,
Mm-hmm.
it was a agricultural person, so
Oh.
she's
Okay.
very good with gardening.
Okay.
And also, I'll talk about it at a drop of a hat because
Mhm.
I just think that
Awesome.
it's important for us to keep planning.
Mm-hmm.
Like planning season, it's not done.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have
There's stuff to plant now.
there's stuff to plant now. You should be doing your Brussels sprouts, your cabbages, your things like that that are like they're winter.
Mm-hmm.
Start planning.
Awesome. Very cool. All right. We've been talking to Rose Wooten, and your official title is it program director, children's director, everything?
It is it's programming, and then it is I do children's and adults. I don't do the teens, that's Miss Callie. And then I do some outreach with the outreach comes from when I go into the community and partner and do these field trips, and we talk and learn. It helps me
Mm-hmm.
learn about the community also, because our community is ever changing into wonderfulness.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this, we still have not lost our small town feel.
Mm-hmm.
We have not lost it. And I love that because
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that they will come up to me and say, "Hey, come
Mm-hmm.
over there, or let's do this, or how can I help you?" Because
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, the library needs the community
Mm-hmm.
as much as the community needs the library.
Well, I know when I see people come into the library, as soon as they spot you,
Hmm.
adults and kids, Miss Rose, and they all want to give you a hug. And
Yeah.
so you are just doing such an amazing job there,
No.
you know.
Well, like I said, I learn just as much as they do when I go out to the community, and it really is a blessing. All
Mhm.
these
And bingo, tell them about bingo.
Okay, so bingo, we do kids bingo and we do adult bingo. So
With
adult
prizes.
with prizes. Now, I cannot do that without our partnership with Robertson County Family Resources
Mhm.
and people who donate prizes,
Mhm.
because they do that. They come in, but bingo is not like B6, B6.
Mhm.
What we do is we invite people from the community in.
Mhm.
They talk about their organization, their services, different things, and they educate you. And then we take words from their organization,
Mhm.
and like we've had Redemption Ranch,
Mhm.
and Miss Hannah will talk about what's going on
Mhm.
and how the therapy horses work, and
Mhm.
what she all does.
Yeah, I love that idea.
And yes,
Educational bingo.
it's educational bingo. So you stand there, and then when you say bingo, you just go up to the table, get a
Hmm.
prize. So
And it's just like you said, it's so much more interesting than just hearing, B6. You actually get to hear some word that has to do with what their
yes,
organization is.
United Way. What is 211? What is like open door pregnancy? What is
Mhm.
CASA? You get to learn about these organizations. There's a lot of nonprofits here.
Mhm.
Cope.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, you had a WSGI on one time too, so
yes,
that was fun.
and
Some
I've
people
had
didn't
Joel
even know.
Perry. I've
Uh-huh.
had Joel Perry with Recovery Court. I
Mhm.
mean, there is some awesome people. I feel like everybody's got a hidden talent,
Mhm.
and they have a lot to talk about, their little what's nearest and dearest to their heart, and they have the great knowledge associated with it. And
Mhm.
why not educate others about what's
Mhm.
nearest and dearest
Mhm.
to your heart?
Right. Now, one last thing I did want to say, because I know I was at Moringa Tree yesterday talking with a
Hmm.
mom, and she was saying there's just not a lot of stuff for kids to do. I know we don't have the traditional roller rink movie theater, but the thing is if you really dive into what the library has,
Hmm.
I mean, look at there's free passes to the museums, to the Country
Right.
Music Hall of Fame. There's a ton of field trips. You
Right.
just have to be a little more creative.
And we do arts and crafts in the evening. We do some movies. We do blood drives. If you wanted to, you could come like 5 days a week
Mm-hmm.
and just keep coming. You are correct. Our community doesn't have the larger corporations like the trampoline centers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, we have enough outdoor activities, parks, the skate
Mm-hmm.
parks, different things that make you interact.
Right.
Sometimes when you're at like a Monkey Joe's or you're at a trampoline, do you interact with those
That's
people?
right.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You're focused on watching those kids
Mm-hmm.
to make certain that they're not where they're not supposed to be, or they don't get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So you're really not interacting. In the locations that we have in our community, whether you're going to the pumpkin farm or where you are interacting
Mm-hmm.
with the community and the patrons around you.
Right.
Even at the library, if you go to the museum today, you are learning about the history of our area.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, it's just I feel like that we have more of a small town connection.
Mm-hmm.
It is small town. you know, it, yeah, but,
Right. And in a way, I feel like it's almost better. You know what I
mhm.
mean? I mean, yeah, sure, you can have those roller rinks and whatever, but the thing is the library is really bringing the community together.
Right. Gateway, it changed that whole area in the skating rink, and you can learn things, do different. I think that it's better because take a fishing pole from us,
Hmm.
rent, check one out, go fishing, go
Hmm.
sit there and talk to people at Travis Price Park.
Hmm.
We have wonderful parks.
Hmm.
Go talk to somebody. We have pickleball.
Oh yeah,
Can
pickleball.
pickleball. We have pickleball. We have frisbee golf. You don't have to buy this stuff. Just come here to the library,
Hmm.
check out those
So
items.
for that frisbee golf,
Yeah.
because I was at Travis Price and I saw their little what do you call it? The little
The little chained every
yeah.
so often, and you get points when you
Yeah, that's where you throw
make
your
it in.
frisbee.
Yeah.
So you can get the frisbees at the library
Hmm.
for that.
Correct.
Well, there you
Correct. So
go.
I mean, things that do not cost you money, you
Hmm.
can learn about it saying, "Hey, I really like this
Hmm.
sport. I think I'm going to buy my own."
Hmm.
I mean, you can check them out if you
Yeah,
want
it's a
to.
great way to try it out because sometimes you try things, you're like, oh, that's really not me.
That's not me.
You can try a bunch of stuff
Oh yeah, because
for free.
like there's nothing worse than paying $100, say,
Hmm.
for a whole bunch of stuff, and
Hmm.
you're going, I really don't like this.
Hmm.
This is not my cup of tea. And you know what? Then you're like,
Hmm.
and then you resell it on a marketplace or whatever you're trying to do, and you take a loss on it. Let's be
Hmm.
honest, you take a loss. But this is the way that the library is trying to get you out there,
Hmm.
organized. We do not want adults. We do not want seniors. We do not want young parents just to sit in their house,
Hmm.
not communicate, not go out, talk to people.
Hmm. Amen.
I mean, that's how you learn and that's how you make you feel better.
Do you have time to just mention a couple more of the kits that you have, like the knitting or whatever?
Mm. Okay, so we have a wood burning kit. Now let's just flip to some of we have gaming kits for like younger friends that like to do like Dungeons and Dragons and they'll do games and stuff. But we can check out in the children's area. They call them like they call them backpack kits. And what they are is like endangered species, but they have puppets in there. You can read books, you can do crafts. So our kids can take that home and it's like you can play with it. You
Hmm.
want to learn all about, say, nights, or you want to learn all about ocean creatures. I
Hmm.
mean, yes, you can get books, but sometimes if you don't have a puppet, sometimes you just kind of
Hmm.
need. The puppets allow
Hmm.
the communication. The
Hmm.
biggest thing you want to do is have the kids speaking. I mean,
Hmm.
I know some of the parents say, now I encourage them to speak and now they don't be quiet. But this is good.
Hmm. Yeah.
Communication is needed. But
Well,
yes, so we
I
do.
love that idea with the different puppets and different kits because kids, there's so many things you play with once or twice and they're like, they don't want to see it again. So you go to the library, just check out these kits.
Yes, because I'll be honest, the puppets end up at the bottom of your toy box. At least they did in my situation where I had all this stuff. It would get thrown in, and it was more area that we didn't have. So these puppet kits, you just return them, we
Hmm.
disinfect them, and then we put them back
Nice.
together. We do starting to read kits. We do a lot of different things. We do board games. We, like you said, trying to teach kids to do more of this.
Hmm.
We do chess.
Hmm.
We'll teach you chess. If you want to learn and practice more chess,
Mm.
come to the library. We leave it out all the time
Wow.
because I'll be honest, this,
Hmm. And for those of you that were just listening on the radio, she was making the motion of having a cell
yes,
phone in your hand.
yes.
So, yes, so go by and see Miss Rose. And for those of you that don't know, when you go in Stokes Brown Public Library and you walk through the corridor, if you
Mm-hmm,
keep on walking, you will hit the doors that go to the children's sections.
mm-hmm.
And so that's
Right.
where you usually are.
100, almost 95% of the
Okay.
time I'm in the children's. And if I am in the front, I'm walking so fast, like
You won't be able to catch her.
you
There's
won't
no way.
catch me.
Even with the kit that has the
Yeah,
net.
even with the net and the, yeah.
Now,
It's
today, if they want to go to the free museum tour,
at
they just
10:30.
show up at 10:30, get in line, and say you're with the library
Yeah.
tour. Okay.
And I just stand by the door and let everybody in.
Okay.
And we're going to go ahead and, like I said, be prepared for your sights and sounds, your
Yeah.
five senses, and we're going to be
And
learning
all ages can do that today.
all ages.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're an adult,
Right.
you might want to just come in,
Yeah.
walk around. That is a wonderful museum
And they
that
have new stuff that I haven't seen yet
right.
because I just saw some stuff on. Yeah.
And they have a play area in the basement area in the ground floor.
Huh.
They have a play area.
I did not know that. Is that
Yes.
new?
Um, no,
Huh.
technically they've had it
I've
for
never seen
about
that.
roughly a year, I
Oh,
believe.
okay.
I
Yeah, I haven't
I
been
don't want
in.
to put a time on it,
I
date
haven't
on
been
it,
in
but
for about a year and a half. So
yes.
yeah,
So
so
yes,
it is new for me.
so they do update and they
Mhm.
constantly try to make it more relevant.
Mhm.
But I'm telling you what, again,
Mhm.
people who find it nearest and dearest to their heart,
Mhm.
that have the knowledge of our community from way beyond,
Mhm.
um, because
Awesome.
I'm so old, but you still need to.
Yes, so be sure to go to the library tour today if you have the time, because also you might have something in your home, from some ancestors that the library might be interested in. So
Right.
go and see what the library has because you might want to talk to them and say, "Hey, I got this cool thing," because it's so cool when you see new stuff being brought in, you
Yes.
know.
Um, Donations, we take donations. And like I said, we sort through it. Ed Lance is always working in our friends of our library to help,
Mhm.
with the bookstore.
Mm.
If we can't use
That's
something.
right. There's a bookstore when you walk in the library to the right, immediately to the right, they
Correct.
have used books for sale.
Mhm.
And a lot of those are actually in excellent condition. Some of them
Oh, yeah.
don't even look like they're used.
Wait, yes. I mean, and you never know what you're going to find because I found a Bible that had the cheat notes and it was large print. I was like,
Oh, nice.
like, scarf. Yeah, but yes, it is really. There's a lot in the library, and if you look at different, even the art on the walls,
Mm,
we have a lot of art on the walls and local artists.
nice.
They're not like Jay
Mhm,
Swafford,
mhm,
Carol Spieler. Um, they are. I mean, we're just trying to educate the
mhm,
community
mhm,
about things that are going on. So if you want to even do some art
mhm.
and
Yeah,
bring it on in, we're happy to display
awesome.
it.
All right. Well, I know you got a library board
Mhm.
meeting, so I know I have to let you go. Is there
Yes.
anything else that you need to tell before you leave?
No, just come to it's 405 White Street in Springfield, and we're 7 days a week, and we're always happy to have you come in. And
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Rose. Always, always fun to see her. All right, let's go ahead and do a sponsor. I was holding my sponsors till the second half because I knew that she was going to have to go. So let's go ahead and hear from one of the sponsors.
At the UPS store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need printing, we'll be the printing store.
I need help printing brochures. My at-home printer became self-aware.
Of course, the UPS store can print. Wait, you said self-aware?
Yeah, one day it was saying it was low on ink, and the next it was saying it wanted to rule the world.
Weird. Well, whatever you need, we've got you covered.
The UPS store can help small business owners be unstoppable with our printing services. The UPS store. Be unstoppable. The UPS store locations are independently owned. Product services, pricing, and hours may vary. See center
Hi,
for
this
details.
is Jonathan with
All right. That is the UPS store right there on Memorial Boulevard where Miss Deborah Grant is usually working. So go by there and tell them that you heard about them on the Go Show. All right, that was Miss Rose with so much good information. And I tell you, especially all those that keep saying that there's nothing to do in Robertson County, no, that's not true. So there's a lot coming up. Matter of fact, this week, and I'm going to go to the Lee Marie Facebook page because one thing that I normally do on Tuesday nights is I go and I share a bunch of Facebook event things because that is a great way to find out what's going on. So I already mentioned in the last hour. Oh yeah, so if you missed any part of this broadcast, or if you were not tuned in for the 7 to 8 o'clock hour, go ahead and go on Facebook, go on the WSGI site, or you can go on the phone app and watch it because there's a lot of stuff going on. Matter of fact, tonight is casserole night over at Flu Ellen Baptist. 5:45 is the dinner, and then there's going to be some worship and a message. So that'll be a fun thing. I'm going to go check that out, and that is tonight. Um, just a couple other things to remind you about. October 7th is the voter registration deadline. So if you want to be able to vote in the November 5th election, you need to be registered by October 7th. And then, of course, early voting is going to be starting October 16th, and that'll run to the 31st. And I always recommend early voting because you never know what is going to actually happen on election day. So put that on your calendar. And the govotn.gov website has all of those dates for you, so you can check that out. Okay, so this Friday is the final um, outdoor Friday night market for the year. So that starts at 6 o'clock. And I will be outside the Well in the Square. And Well in the Square is right next to Crossroads Christian Bookstore. So you can come on by and see me. You can check out my dance floor because I do teach line dance classes there every Tuesday and Thursday at 11 a.m. And then also on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. On Tuesday nights at 7 p.m., I do right now a couples swing dance class. So you can come by and check out the dance floor, see if you like the vibe going on there. I would love to meet you. And I have met several people there who showed up the very next Tuesday for class. So hopefully you will do that. Okay, today it is Wednesday, October 2nd. And so at City Hall in Springfield, they are having an interactive open house so that you can share your vision for the downtown area. So that is going to be running from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. right there at City Hall. And all of the details for that are on my Facebook page, so you can go ahead and go to that. If you can't make it, they do have a way that you can still submit comments. And so let me bring that up here. Okay, yes, it says you can also provide your input through an online survey. And they have that link right there on their post. So if you go to the City of Springfield, you will see how to do that. And so that's really good because, some of the best ideas come from, people who are new to town. So go ahead and look at that. And another thing for the City of Springfield, you want to remember that they are doing their fall junk collection. And so the City of Springfield's website has a list of the things that are allowed and the things that are not allowed for you to put out to be collected. So, they do those a couple times a year. They do the junk collection. So in case you are new to town and you see a bunch of stuff on the road and you're like, wow, what's going on? That is what that is. Now, oh, by the way, yesterday I was driving to work and I don't want to say what street I was on. Anyway, I was on a country road and there was a whole bunch of trash. Like clearly someone's truck had just completely dumped, I don't know, 10 bags of trash. And I went down the road a little bit and there was the sheriff's department. They were coming to clean it all up. And I talked to them and they said, yeah, all of that was in the middle of the roadway. People couldn't even get through. So somebody clearly, just dumped it all and just kept on going. Well, I was happy to know that they said they were able to figure out whose trash that was, and that those people were going to be getting fines in the mail. So that's good because, we can't just be dumping stuff everywhere, people. It's dreadful. But anyways, if you do see stuff that is in the roadway, you can always, and you're in the country portion, you can always call the sheriff's department. They have a group that specifically goes out and helps with those roadway conditions. And I was glad to know that the people that did that will have to pay for that. So very good. The City of Springfield is also looking for paid referees. So the phone number for that is 615-382-1655. Again, that's 615-382-1655. And they have a lot of youth sports that need referees. So please go ahead and look into that. Also, I know that the Robertson County education folks are still in need of bus drivers. So if you know people looking for jobs, there you go. This was something cool I just fell upon. Jim Caviezel is going to be in Tennessee October 19th. And so I put that on there, World Outreach Church. And all the details are there on my Facebook page. But, that is something so cool. I have to get that on my calendar. So let's see, Hometown Hero Day is going to be this Saturday, and this is at Honeysuckle Hill Farm. So there are special discounts for our hometown heroes. There's a lot going on, especially because it's the first week of the month. So, of course, I already said we had the Friday night market this Friday, but then the next day, the GOP has their breakfast over at Purpose Life Church at 8:30 a.m. That is on Memorial Boulevard, 805 Memorial Boulevard. After that, there is going to be just a half-hour prayer meeting outside Crossroads Christian Bookstore, and that is from 11:30 to 12. Also on this Saturday, Moringa Tree, which is inside South Side, is going to be doing another one of their classes. And Stephen went to the first one. He absolutely loved it. He's going to go to this one. It's 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Moringa Tree, which is inside Springfield Drug Company. Right there, you know where that is because it has been around for over 100 years. But it is on Main Street and close to actually Open Door. Actually, it's right over there. So lots of stuff going on. And then I posted several other things because, for instance, the turkey shoot for the veterans also starts this coming Saturday. And so sign-ups start at 7:30. They desperately need some people to help put up targets. So please, please, please look at your calendar and look at the next 4 Saturdays. Let me know which you can help out at and how many people in your family can come. So if it's you and your spouse or any kids, they can really use your help at the American Legion in Greenbrier, 2730 Highway 41. Y'all know where it is because that's where we meet for our Tennessee Firearms Association meeting, which we had a great meeting last month. It was Stop the Bleed. Christopher Brown, paramedic, did a great presentation, got everybody certified in that. But anyways, look at your schedule. You can email me at retrolimarie@gmail.com. Again, that's retrolimarie@gmail.com. I am going to be with you actually next week, the 7th to the 11th. I am going to be filling in for U-Turn Laverne because it is fall break for many people. And I'm excited because I got some first-time guests coming that you are going to just love. So make sure you tune in. Make sure that you are sharing this show. We are a Christian broadcast station, and so oddly enough, this feed doesn't just automatically pop up in everybody's feed. So we need your help to share it. So again, every Wednesday, I have a guest usually, and then half the time I just go over some cool options for things to do in Robertson County. And so again, a lot of you know people that are either new to town or that are just looking for more friends. This is a great way to get some dates on your calendar. So make sure you tune in and share this show and let them know, hey, every Wednesday they can hear about stuff that's going on. All right, I am going to go do our final sponsor here. Let me bring that up. One of our favorite sponsors.
Nothing can compare to the down-home customer service that you receive from a small-town, family-run drugstore like Southside Drug Company. Stop in and talk with the friendly staff. They've been specializing in hometown customer service for over 100 years. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, visit SouthsideDrugCo.com. Be sure to tell them Lee Marie sent you. Join me, Lee Marie.
All right, we are back. Okay, there's also the Messenger, which is a newsletter that comes out. The Harvest Association sends that out once a month. And so there's a lot of stuff in here to just kind of put on your calendar. There's going to be a Women's Night of Prayer. That's going to be at the Cedar Hill Baptist Church November 4th at 7 p.m. And so that looks really awesome. I know that's a little bit ahead, but it's never too late to get this stuff on your calendars because I tell you, any day of the week, there's usually like 3 or 4 things to pick from. Of course, you guys know about the Chili Challenge, and if you don't, definitely watch the 7 o'clock show because from today, I had Sean Elmore on talking all about it, and it is one of the most fun events. You will see so many people from the community, and it's really surprising how many people dress up for it. The one coming on Thursday, October 17th is 80s theme. So you're going to see lots of great. Matter of fact, see the shirt that I got on? Let's see here. There you go. It says Choose Life. For those of you, I don't know if you remember the Wake Me Up Before You Go Go song from Wham, but they are all wearing these shirts in that video. And that video, I think, was filmed at like, I don't know, 83 or 84, something like that. Anyways, these shirts were really big in the 80s, these big white shirts with the big black letters on them. And it's so cool that the Choose Life is not only is it 80s, but now it's also very pro-life, and so is Open Door. So that's why I just got this shirt so I could wear this to Open Door. And I did get a few extra ones to sell over at the well as well. But you can go on Amazon, still probably get it in time because it was only like $15. So you can get that if you don't know what to wear and you don't want to get like totally crazy with 80s. Just get one of these cool Choose Life shirts. I'd love to make these come back again. It'd be great to see everybody's got them. Okay, so there is going to be a kids United Worship. Oh, this is tonight. Oh, goodness. Okay, so 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. tonight over at Kilgore Park in Cross Plains. That is where they have the fabulous Bluegrass Festival every year. Well, they are having a worship night tonight. And so let's see, worship service for students and leaders with churches from across our county. Okay, so it's students and leaders. So right there at the Kilgore Park. And if you want more information, they gave an email, which is Nick, N-I-C-K, at mtcarmel.cc. So mtcarmel.cc. Or if you got this messenger little handbook here, it is in there. So again, that is tonight. And I know there's a cool outdoor adventure class in here, but I called them yesterday and they said that registration already closed. So I'm not even going to tell you anything about that. But there's some really fun stuff. And so a lot of this you have to kind of know about and get signed up ahead of time. Now, White House has a lot of fun things coming too. And so does Greenbrier. So I did post a bunch of that last night. And then, of course, Fiddledy Farms, they are gearing up for all of their fall festivities, pumpkin patch and all that. Let's see here. There is, okay, Honeysuckle is the farm that's going to be doing all that. Okay. And then let's see, City of Greenbrier is having their, let me bring this up here. Okay. Oh, yes. So some of the burning restrictions have been lifted because of all the rain that we got. So it says use caution, but you can check out your particular city. I know there's 11 cities within Robertson County, or 11 municipalities, I guess I should say. But I know the city of Greenbrier has lifted their restriction on burning, so that is good. You still must obtain, it says from October 15th to May 15th, you still have to obtain a burn permit. And you can go to burnsafetn.org to do that, or you can call 877-350-2876. So just be careful. Don't go crazy out there. But, oh, goodness, there's so many other things going on. Oh, yeah, definitely go to my my Facebook page and find all this stuff because, oh, yeah, so the class this Saturday from 10 to 11, that is over at Moringa Tree. And there is an early bird price for that. So it's $25 if you just show up, but you can pre-reg for $20. So you can go onto the Moringa Tree website. I know that she does take Venmo, which I know a lot of us have Venmo accounts that have money just like waiting to use. So you can get an early bird price for $20 instead of $25 if you go ahead and sign up early for that class. So I highly recommend that because I know Stephen came back from the last class with a ton of really great little tips there. So hopefully you will do that. Moringa Tree is still open over at Southside. You can go over there. They are open 11 to 4, Monday through Friday. So, they have a lot of organic meals. So you can actually have I think it's called the Chunky Monkey. It is a chocolate peanut butter smoothie, aka shake, but without the guilt because it's not ice cream, and so it doesn't have a lot of the scary things that ice cream has in it. It's all organic, so really good. I'm trying to eat as much close to organic as I can, but it gets difficult. But you can go over to Moringa Tree today 11 to 4 and check that out. All right, so much going on, but today is Wednesday. We only have 7 minutes left. I ran off a bunch of stuff. Smoky Barn, there we go. Website had so many great things, and I started running those off. Let's see if I can cover some of them. Millersville Together Farmers Market, Craft Fair, and Get Together. This is going to be at Authentic Coffee, which is my favorite place to go on a Friday night when there isn't a First Friday Market. So this is going to be October 12th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It says, enjoy meeting your neighbors, local vendors, food trucks, ton of stuff, homemade tamales, other goodies, car stuff, car show. And this is all free. And I believe even vendors can put up a booth for free. And so you can talk to Martha. Her number is 615-714-4004. Again, that's 615-714-4004. Or you can email millersvilletogether@gmail.com. And so it is a farmers market craft fair get together at Authentic Coffee, which is at 1650 Highway 31 West in Millersville. And let me tell you about Authentic Coffee real quick. Like I said, if it's not the first Friday of the month, you should go to Authentic Coffee because why? They have some of the best bluegrass pickers you will ever hear. And it is a free venue. You go and when you walk in, there's one room. Oftentimes there's some pickers right there. You go out onto the balcony and there's a little stage with more people. And, it's just everybody, y'all come and it's wonderful. So Authentic Coffee, Jeff Monday's doing an awesome job out there. So get on out there. All right. I printed off a whole bunch of things from, I don't think I'm going to have time to do all that. No, I won't. This is one thing I did want to mention, though, because I haven't said this for a while. TN, Tennessee, State of Tennessee, has a hope line. It says, "Are you lonely and over the age of 60? If so, they have a line that is open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and you can just call and connect with some compassionate people who love to listen and that will offer you some hope and encouragement. So if you just are looking for someone to talk to, this is a great way. Just reach out. 844-600-8262. Again, that's 844-600-8262. And, not all of us have people to talk to. I am blessed in that I have 3 older sisters that I know at any given moment of time I can call them. But not everybody has people. And so this is great. It's not a suicide hotline. Don't worry. They're not going to send somebody to your house. This is just, you just want to talk to somebody. Okay. A few other things to get on your calendar. Oh my goodness. Okay. Annual Fire Department Community Breakfast. This is going to be Thursday, October 26th at 7:30 a.m. This is going to be, you can tour the White House facility. So it's in the City of White House Fire Department. And you'll have a delicious breakfast and just get a tour and get to talk with everybody. Again, that is now this says, the 26th. Yeah, the 26th. Okay. There's so much. I don't want to confuse people because there is also Coffee with a Cop. Now, why did that not come up? Coffee with a Cop, I believe, is this coming Thursday at Historic Perk. I'm going to see if I can bring that up real quick and tell you about that. Yeah, 8:30 a.m. this Thursday. You can go on over to Historic Perk, which is in the downtown square. That is at 704 South Main Street. And, I went last month and I think there was only a few civilians there. So I got to talk with about, 12 different police officers and just how interesting is that? And so they just do this little community outreach so that you can ask questions and just kind of get to know them. And so they do this once a month and they rotate it at different venues. So this particular one will be at Historic Perk, and that is this coming Thursday at 8:30 a.m. at Coffee with a Cup. So be October 3rd. That's tomorrow. Sorry, I'm still kind of waking up. So that's tomorrow. Get on out there and show your appreciation because, when they take this time to show up there, they're hoping that people from the community will care enough to come by. So, if you can't make it, maybe somebody in your family can. So going out, and I will be there. So matter of fact, my well in the square is walking distance from Historic Perk. So if you want to come by and afterwards, I can show you a tour of my dance classes. Dancing is so good for you guys. If you've got, any circulation issues, depression issues, you just don't have enough cool friends, join a dance class. Goodness. I'm seeing people so happy. We had one student who lost 10 pounds since she started. I'm not saying it's just from my dance class, but I think it's also because of just becoming more positive. That affects everything. And so just like Rose was saying, we don't want people to stay in their homes by themselves because let me tell you, the enemy, you are a target. You are a target of the enemy when you do that. Why? Because he will say things and you will think that they're your thoughts or that they're truth, and they're not. If they don't line up with what God says about you, they are from the pit of hell. So do not be alone. I mean, sure, it's good to have some downtime, especially some of us that are involved with so many things. However, if you're just on a regular basis, staying at home by yourself, going, woe is me, I don't have enough friends, and oh, everything's bad, get out. There are plenty of things. Like I said, you can go to the Lee Marie Facebook page, scroll through there, you will find stuff. And again, especially the first week of the month, there are so many things. So Invite people, please. You all know people who have less friends than you do. Okay, you're living on a street where you know that there's some people that barely go out of their house. So invite those people. Say, hey, I'm looking for someone to go with me to this. Can I pick you up? Will you go with me? Yeah, just practice that line and use it. You just never know. And especially with different things that are happening at the churches and stuff. Like tonight is casserole night at Fluellen. Who can you invite? All right. It's already 9:00 and so I got to sign off. Don't forget, if you've missed any part of this broadcast, go ahead and watch it on Facebook or on YouTube and share. I hope to see you out. I'll be at Fluellen tonight. Friday market is this Friday. Saturday is a whole bunch of things, including a really cool healthy eating, healthy lifestyle class over at Moringa Tree in Springfield Drug. So there's plenty of stuff to go to. Get this stuff on your calendar and make it a great week, all right? Well, I'm so glad y'all joined me for the last 2 hours. I will be back this Friday because we have Wild Dot coming on. Otherwise, you will hear back from Laverne. U-Turn Laverne will be here tomorrow. God bless and have a great day. You've been listening to 1100 WSGI.